Hi, hello folks, I'll be here in a sec. Just bear with. Thanks for joining as always, hope you're all doing well. Right. Transition button. Where was it? Oh, I think OBS is frozen. So I can't do anything. Ugh, bear with guys. OBS is frozen on me, so I'm gonna have to close and start again. Be back in a tick. Right, is it working now? I'm presuming it is. Right. Anyway, let's go on with it, shall we, before it crashes again. So yeah, I'm just going to be drawing a couple panels tonight. Can't really do much more than that without spoiling too much. So it's going to be this one, this, and that. Those two are just references. Pizza time. Unfortunately it's not. For me at least. Sad. Right, let's go on with it, shall we? Before OBS crashes again. Don't know why it does that. Also, I hope this conveys like frustration in this panel. Also, let me know what the quality's like on the stream. I don't like. For me, it's really pixelated apparently, but I hope that's just YouTube's end. But anyway, let's start drawing. Should probably get rid of the speech bubbles. Hang on, just gonna check the settings quick. I really hope everything's fine. I think it's just YouTube being YouTube. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway. How have you all been? Yee-haw indeed, ma'am. Oh. I'll say something if you want. I will say chats can be a bit hard to read this more so than usual because I've got my chair quite low down today, so I don't get as much backache as I'm drawing. So there you go. Huzzah indeed. Hello Tyler and hello Kenneth. Oop to you too. I've always meant to be oof. I'll try and not, believe it or not, try and not rush through these drawings too much because otherwise this stream will be done, will be over and done with fairly shortly. Well, at least it looks like she's frustrated. At least, Kenneth. I was kind of worried that it looks like she's doing some weird dance. Mind you, there's a wider shot of her doing this pose, so maybe that's what looks like, more like a dance. I might just turn that up a bit so you can see what the base drawing is. Tea break. Next year's event. How so? We should be celebrating this month at least, because it is Shrektember, remember? I think people have neglected that because of Area 51 and all that. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. People are too busy raiding Area 51 that everyone forgot it was Shrektember. But I didn't forget. I never do. In fact, I was actually almost close to doing a Shrek drawing for this stream instead of this, but I don't want to be farting around too much. That will happen one day. I think I might draw Shrek on stream because I've never done him. I've never drawn him before. Yeah, never say never. It'll happen someday. Just not now though, unfortunately. So you can all unsubscribe. Make sure to flip and then step back. The reason these sketches look so blurry from here is because obviously the original drawing was really small and I of course blew it up. What is she doing? See, that's the issue I'm having with this drawing, to be honest, Lotso. I can't, like, what do you think? Yeah, to be honest, I'm having doubts with this drawing. I've also drawn the phone a bit wonky. But that's me trying to cheat with the straight line tool. Oh, wrong episode. I was going to say I'll show you the reference. Here's the wide shot of it, but I've already cleaned that up. So it's basically a close-up of that. But again, does it look like she's dancing? I don't know. Whose phone is it? You'd have to wait and see. Again, if anything looks odd to you guys, don't be shy about shouting it out. Because I may not see it. Besides, I know my joints aren't perfect. will say though, even though I pretty much only stream on there now, I might actually have a legit YouTube video uploaded by the end of next week. Excuse me. Forewarning though, it's not anything special. But hopefully it might be helpful for people who want to start out drawing digitally. See, the funny thing is, Kenneth, I actually did have it where her head was like here originally, but the problem is I want a bit of a silhouette here. By having her head there, I don't know, I was playing around with this pose earlier, like, this is the thing, where is it? She's meant to be like, it's hard to say, she's meant to be like showing a little bit of restraint here. She's like holding back on throwing the phone. That's why it's like difficult. Like having a character try and show restraint is like one of the most difficult sort of things to put on paper. Well, in this case, put on a tablet. I guess hopefully with a bit more context it will make more sense. I guess I shouldn't dwell on it too much. I mean, we're almost done with this drawing anyway. Leg region. That's probably because I can't draw legs very well. Unfortunately, that's something I can't fix. Because I'm just bad at drawing legs. That's why you may have noticed with this comic, I don't do a lot of wide shots like that. And that is for a reason. Not always, but it's partly. How high up? Oh, you mean the legs? Alright. I think that we can fix. Let's see if this works. I can at least do that quickly. Change the height of the legs. Because, like, yeah, I think thinking about it, especially now that I've flipped again, I think you're right. But I'll fix that later. I envy you, Ken, if that is the case. Problem is I'm out of practice. I don't practice drawing legs enough. I'm slowly getting there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, the eyelash. Also, recently I've made the decision to make eyebrows a lot thicker. Of course, people will point that out, no doubt. I guess we'll colour her quick. Shouldn't take too long. So let's just name that. Guess we won't need that anymore. Goodbye, sketch. Rip. Let's borrow the colours from this. Mind you, if I don't... Oh. Never mind. Oops. No. I think I've just gave away of whose phone it is by showing that panel, I think. Oh well. It's not an important scene, to be honest. Or is it? Actually, I will... Oh yeah, how's your comic getting on, Kenneth? Yeah, I struggle with certain character, like certain builds of a person, I should say. Like muscular people I struggle with. Because that requires you to have, you know, a bit of knowledge of muscles. Tea break. I am just going to add shoulder over this side as well. I don't know, it just looks kind of odd without it. Right, so the colours are blocked in. Now I need to figure out... Oh, I'm going to have to open an old... I'm going to have to open an existing episode. Could be spoiling things, I think. No, I can't. Just going to transition for a second. Because I am just going to grab colour from a previous app. There we go. Right, let's add some shading, or shadow I should say. I see. Yeah, like I said previously, ma'am, you should just, if you got a comic and you want to do it, just do it. I was like that back along where I was like figuring out, should I do a comic or not? Should I? Wouldn't I? It's just best to get your idea out there. I will say though, if you've got loads of ideas, just for comics, just stick to one comic series at a time. That is my advice. Because again, that's something I used to do. I used to do back on DeviantArt. I used to do multiple comics at a time, and of course, none of them really got done. Excuse me. Sorry for my belching. Just hope you don't smell it. Of course, once you're done your comics, make sure to put them on WebToon, and that's not me being a shill. I just think if you want decent exposure, put it on there, or you'll get some exposure. That reminds me, thanks to your synopsis there, I really need to change the synopsis, or ask for it to be changed for DYG, because I don't think it's very good, is it? It's rather vague. I mean, at the time I thought it was a good idea, but I don't think it is. That's another tip I can give you guys. If you're going to put it on WebToon, make sure the synopsis is pretty good. Don't make it vague like mine. Right, I think this drawing's done. I am just going to put in a couple of splits in the phone. Just put a couple there. Just show it's a bit tattered. Well, hopefully I can change it, that's the thing, because I actually don't have control on like DYG on WebToon at all now. Only my editor has control of it, I think. Just keep forgetting to ask though. Right, that drawing's done. On to the next. It's another close-up, unfortunately. Unless I work on that one. I haven't decided the size of this one though. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I think maybe... I mean, it doesn't need to be particularly big. Anyway, let's work on this one. Hello Husky, thanks for joining. my issue with my synopsis, well, the synopsis for DYG is that it sort of only covers like the start of the story. Obviously, I don't want to give away anything, but it just basically says, "Hey, she's a new transfer student," or something like that. In fact, the one I had originally, before it became a feature series, I think was better, but I can't remember what it was. That's just the consequences of napping, Husky. You get to miss out on mediocre streaming. Let's do that again. Actually, I want it like this. It's the only problem with this technique. I've got to be gentle, press really hard down, and then thin it out. Again, I'll get used to that. Don't worry too much, ma'am. You are more than up to date now. When it was on Discover, I think it was... well, it was shortly after the prom bit, so... As the thing, currently I'm only 4 episodes ahead from where it currently is on WebToon. So yeah, gotta make sure we meet deadlines. See, I think people love her deep down as well, ma'am. But people just don't want to admit it. Oop. Let's step back a bit. I should probably flip as well. Yeah, it looks... it's fine. I am going to change the eyeball bit though, well, the pupil. She's not really looking at her phone there, which is what I want. A hog saw. Make sure to patent that. In that case, ma'am, I highly recommend putting that on WebToon if you get it done. 'Cause, WebToon obviously like that sort of stuff. And I say that because that's why they approached me originally. Right, that's done. No, we're not. I haven't drawn the top of her head. Sorry about that. Just realised I didn't have the music on, did I? Just be me sitting in silence. Right, let's colour her in again. Yeah, like I said, ma'am, WebToon just likes that sort of stuff full stop because it's obviously more marketable. But in my case, the main reason, besides it being sort of a rom-com, drama, hybrid, greeny mush of all three, they liked the fact it was... They liked the sort of comedic bits, like the way it was done. Like they said, we don't really have that sort of thing on our platform, well featured. The tone, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Oops. Oh god, Inktober. Yeah, it is a challenge, Husky. I don't think I'm willing to do that. What am I doing? I'm switching backwards and forwards. I'm getting colours, aren't I? read this one. Once again, I need to add some splits in the phone. Right, so trying to match continuity here, but don't think it's going to go well. Oops. That last bit sounded better in my head. I know the feeling, so don't worry. I knew what you meant anyway, so don't worry. Gotta say, Kenneth, you must be challenging yourself with this comic if you're drawing animals too, even if they're fictional or not. I find animals very difficult to draw. So good luck with that as well. It's partly why you won't see me drawing a lot of animals. And hello, Jack. Better late than never. Hey, I'm late to my own streams sometimes, so don't worry. Those are all good things, Kenneth, so yeah. Keep on those things. Especially the third one. Because in my opinion, if you don't have compelling characters, why should I care for the story? Or interesting, or just, you know. That's why I found Attack on Titan a bit of a bore, eventually. But that's just my opinion, that's just what I look for in shows and whatnot. And why they ruined Steven Universe. Again, that's also a good thing, ma'am, so... I will not go on a rant about Steven Universe, by the way. I was close to, but no, I'm going to restrain myself. I'm referencing, I'm talking about Season 5's finale specifically. I haven't even watched the movie, so. But mind you, that's because I just don't care for the show anymore. That's the worst thing about it. I just don't care. The way they treated the finale was just like it's probably out. It was probably out of their hands, to be honest. Like it's probably Cartoon Network's doing, saying, "Look, you need to get on with this." And also, I'm not interested in musicals or anything like that because it's not my favourite way of storytelling. There's like a couple of exceptions. As far as I know, there's a lot of songs in the movie, so definitely a no from me. I think having shadows here makes sense. I'm trying to think, because the light is sort of like above her. I am going to add a tiny bit of reflective light in her eyes. Make sure it's on this layer though. So I want to put a bit of emphasis on the eyes here. Right, so that one's done. We're making progress. This is good. Oh god, High School Musical. My sister used to love those movies. It's probably part of the reason why I hate musicals so much. It stems from growing up with tolerating stuff like that. The only ones I can accept or tolerate, only because I guess I'm sort of, well, I grew up watching them, was Beauty and the Beast, and if you class that as a musical, I guess it's not really. There's like a couple of songs, and Mary Poppins. Anyway, we're going to move on to this drawing now, and I think after this I'll be done. Again, if this pose looks odd, please say I tried, but just bear in mind I tried my best with this drawing. You don't know how long I struggled with this sketch. So I think even if there is something wrong with it, we'll just have to make do. Oops, that is the wrong pen. Again, apologies that I'm so zoomed in, but I want a bit of precision here. Hopefully it's bearable for these streams. I can't imagine it's that much fun to look at. Guess I can draw from here. Yeah, I know what the gist of the story was anyway, Jack. So, well, I've been told everything that happens in it. Pink Floyd's The Wall's very good. Well, I've never seen it, but nostalgia critic, I should say, seems to disagree apparently. Mind you, isn't The Wall just basically a long music video? I don't have much knowledge about the Floyd, apart from they make music. What am I using to draw? I'm using a drawing tablet, so I'm actually drawing on the screen. So that's my pen there on the screen, and I'm using Clip Studio Paint EX as the program. And I hope that makes sense. Hello, E Madine. If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. I guess you've missed quite a bit. I've drawn this and that tonight, and now we're on to this one. And this might be my last drawing for tonight. And oh wait, I could colour that as that one as well. Now this was difficult because I was like, it's meant to sort of show a, it's meant to be like sort of twisting round here. That's why this folds there. But again, it's really hard to convey that sort of stuff. And of course hands. Hands are always a bugger to draw. A superhero series. That would be fun. I can't imagine they'd be very useful, to be honest. No offense to them. But hey, another idea for stream, I guess, in future. When I have a bit more spare time to chill out. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it, Jack. Nostalgia Critics review is I'm presuming is very disconnected. In fact, I didn't actually watch all of it, but I do love watching. I did enjoy reading the comments. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not really a fan of his work these days. He used to be really good, but I don't know what's happened in recent years. He's just not. I don't know. He's one of those channels I watch when I'm like just eating breakfast or something. Can't wait for angry. She is angry. What do I use? I use Clip Studio Paint EX. Seal. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, I think. And the only reason they look clean is because I have Stabilization whacked up to 100. Because if I don't, if I put it on 1 for example, this happens. Oh dear. So yeah, stabilization is my good friend. I might propose to him one day. Well, it's nice to know. Oh my god, chat's going too quick now. Slow down, guys. Really improved on poses since I first saw your streams. Well, yeah, I do feel like I've improved on a couple of things, but it's a very slow process. And also, I have sort of changed my technique recently. Just slightly. Like for one, I've changed... I know it sounds silly, but I've changed the pen I use to sketch out drawings. Now, and... I've tried, and at the same time, even though the pen offers more precision, I'm trying to be a bit more looser with my drawings, or when I'm sketching at least. Obviously when I'm cleaning up I'm doing the opposite. But clean up for me is probably the easiest part. Just a bit time consuming though. Finished eating a whole tomato. I don't think I've ever finished eating a whole tomato. Or eating a tomato full stop because I don't really like them. Make excellent sauce though. I'm fussy like that. Oh, that's what you're asking. Sorry, Seal. No, I use a pen, a drawing tablet, so I draw on the screen. Right. Right. This is all the foreground stuff, so let's put the phone on a separate layer. See, ironically, I think JonTron's old stuff was better. I preferred it when it was just him filming. And back then he didn't used to say really stupid stuff as well. As in, you know, stuff that's rather political, to be honest, but hey ho, I hope he's learned his lesson from that. Yeah, that's my only issue, Husky, as I just said. Hopefully he's learned his lesson. I know they say you should separate art from the artist, but sometimes it's a bit difficult. I just shouldn't criticise too much. We don't know what it's like being a big YouTuber. And the fact they've made a name for themselves with their personality and whatnot. Luckily I haven't done that. Yeah, it's not so bad now. I just mean that one time where he's... I can't remember. he was just spouting like these really false facts, I think. I don't know, I don't want to talk about it anyway. But on a more controversial subject, have I actually got the perspective of this phone right? I don't think I have. Thank you, Dustin. I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad you like my streams. To be honest, I'm quite fascinated that anybody's interested in my streams half the time. So it's just me drawing and not saying much. And half the time the stuff I say ain't very interesting. But thank you. I should not ruin the moment by saying stuff like that. Action panels take so long to do. The line above the large gap. I think I know which one you're on about. You're on about these two here. They're not parallel, are they? I'm assuming you mean this one. It's not parallel. Long pen. It is not natural talent, trust me, Dustin. I basically back along. I went to art college for a few years. I learned quite a bit from that, but I think some of it does come naturally because I've been drawing basically my whole life. So I wouldn't say it's natural talent though. Like I say, I never used to draw like this age, like 20 years ago. Okay. Yeah, not making this parallel was a bit of a amateur mistake, but again, sometimes I don't see these things. Yeah, you should have done what I do, Jack, and just not get into politics at all. I did kind of hate the aftermath though of what happened. Well, it's just YouTube drama in a nutshell. I wish that's something that would just go away. More than anything, it's just people. It's just drama all the time. Why do I call it BG? I need to call it bed. Which is something I might do after this because I'm a bit tired. Right. Good thing I got this here. So I think we'll leave that drawing. But would you agree that that's better? It's better to have the legs a bit lower down for that drawing. Sorry, I'm blipping backwards and forward here. Need to stop that. Time to get the straight line tool out again. Again, straight line tool is your friend. And I'll just put a bit of a crease in the duvet or mattress. Oh, you saw it too as well, you fool. Yeah, pretty much two of the worst things in the movie was them collecting their memories, which took far too long, and yeah, the way it, like the climax just, oh, it's just so bad. But I think you said in a previous stream, if it's like that in the book, then I guess it's a faithful adaptation, isn't it? They've done their job. So, whoopee. But yeah, speaking of movies, I'm going to be seeing that new Joker movie when it comes out. Over here. I don't know if it's out in the US already. And hopefully that doesn't disappoint me. Scary Stories. I've never heard of that, to be honest. Right, get a duvet. Luckily this is relatively easy. I'm not worried about the background though. But I will just put a bit of colour. Just something. I'll do like the wallpaper colour. Right. Gotta make sure. Yeah, that's better. I don't want to make it so that the bed sort of blends in with the background. So what I'll do is, actually, I'll just get the soft eraser. Just rub that out a bit. Yeah, that's better. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but you want a bit of clarity. Beetlejuice musical soon. Didn't even know they were doing one. In my opinion, that movie must have been pretty bad, Jack, if it was worse than it too. Right. So now we need. Wait, I want to reference both of those layers. Because now we need to add some colour to those. Borrow colours from here. But yeah, after this drawing's done, I'm gonna call it a night. It's already been an hour. Can't believe it's taken this long, to be honest. And I even kept the sketching out of the stream. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream in any way, make sure to like those buttons. Let's get this to 1,000 like buttons. What is the most difficult part of drawing a person? You've just mentioned one of them besides the hand. Probably the legs currently. Well, you know, just like, yeah, legs, feet, Basically, from anywhere lower than this, below the chest, below the chest, basically. The hands and legs are by far some of the most difficult of the lot. Actually, this pose ain't too bad. Now that I've coloured it in, looks pretty decent enough. Kind of looks like she's sort of tossed it in frustration. And hello, Destiny. Thanks for joining, even though I'll be done shortly. Sorry. But I appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate everybody who's dropped in, to be honest. So a new layer, as I want to add some shadows now to her. Got to think where the light's coming from. Actually no, it's not too important because she's sort of in the background here, so I don't need to go mad with detail. Just here and there, just so she's not looking too flat. Actually, I'm just going to drop colours here, see what this looks like. Oops. Oh, of course, I didn't do anything for the phone. Gonna put a bit of shadow under there. Oh wait, they're on different layers, aren't they? Dull. And thank you again, Destiny. Glad you like it. You just gotta practice, Dustin. Unfortunately, the human anatomy is complicated. Like I said, this doesn't, learning to do this doesn't come out of nowhere. Everybody struggles with anatomy at some point, like I sometimes do. Sorry, I've stopped drawing again. Wait, we need to do another layer for the phone because I forgot it's in the foreground. So make sure to I dare you to make. I have, haven't I? It's not Lulu. Though I know you're joking, but thank you, Jack, for the 2 again. Should probably turn the opacity down for the shadows. Maybe that looks a bit better. Right. Should we just colour this phone finally, and also give that layer a better name? Excuse me. And the colour of the screen, I think it's like a bright. Oh no, it's turned off, isn't it? So that's better. also add some of the cracks, or splits I should say. I know I should probably add buttons here, but sometimes I don't bother. Well, let's be honest, it is a weird sound to make. That's why she says it. To be honest, a lot of my characters make weird noises. But it is intentional. Also, I forgot to draw it in. Again, this is a very minor detail. Again, sometimes I don't draw this, but I forgot to draw the little phone jack. Well, I need to stop arsing around and finish this drawing off. I haven't really done much. Right now I need to... It's the only problem about doing loads and loads of layers. I can get a bit muddled up as what I'm doing. That's probably why I've slowed down a bit all of a sudden. Right. Shadow for the phone, just drop that there. Yeah, that's fine. And also add a bit underneath, just so it doesn't look like it's just completely floating. That's good enough. And now the final thing is to add some shadow to the bed. Also, make sure to save when you're drawing, like I do. I always save, don't I? I'm nearly an hour and a half into this stream and didn't save. It's not even Halloween and I'm spooking myself. I also can't believe I got this far without saving. See, I do it in my own time. It's only because of streaming. It's your fault, chat. Right. Shadows. And then that'll be it for tonight. So let's grab the G pen for the shadows here. Well, just add a bit of creases, I guess, in the bedding. Again, creases and whatnot are difficult to do. Again, because it's in the foreground, I've got to make some sort of effort. Just turn that down. Also, I need to be done soon, guys, because my throat's going again. I don't talk this much, obviously. The sacrifices that I have to make. Just going to put a bit of shadow under here. I don't know why I'm taking so much time on this panel, to be honest. It's like not even important. Not really. And thank you again, Garth. I know you do anyway, so. I am going to add shadow under here as well. As in under the pillow. That's why I put it on a separate layer, really. And that will be it for tonight. Can't really think of, besides this drawing, can't really think of what else I can do. But I've already basically done a drawing of that, only in close up. Also going to make another layer. Again, do things in layers. I know it can get a bit confusing having all these layers. I also want to put a shadow here. Right, need to move that up here. Yeah, that's it. Just going to blend that a little bit. Just opacity. And opacity for that. I'm only doing this so I can highlight this area basically. Framing, in other words. Anyway, that'll do for tonight, guys. So, thank you all for joining. I need to get a drink because I'm literally, my mouth is so dry. Well, my throat is. When am I streaming again? My streams are sort of spontaneous now, Dustin, but maybe Saturday. Again, yeah, they're just spontaneous now. It's whenever I have the ideal time to stream. But yes, thanks guys, and thank you Miles. Sorry, that's marked that as spam. I don't know why it's done that. Right, see you later guys. No fade out though. I don't have it mapped anymore. And thank you Jack for the donation as well again. So yeah. Whatever you do, don't throw your phone to the ground like that. Throw them on the bed. Yeah, if not, Dustin, I advise you follow me on Twitter because I usually warn people about 20 minutes before I start streaming. So anyway, no fade out. So I'm just gonna go. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining, and thanks for supporting what I do also. And I'll see you later. Ta-ra, and take care.